I need to get a new piece of whatever to sort of help all of this insane work that I have to do. Here. So, hey, constantly cooking, whatever. How are you? Seen you for a while. I haven't seen you for a while. What's going on? Yep. No, this was the article from The Independent, Olivia Petter. It's not me, it's you. The reason men are giving up on dating is women. According to a survey, men would rather remain single than have to deal with women's expectations and their desire to change them. And it's fueling a great relationship recession. And then it was this like 62% of men believe that women have too many expectations of how men should be in relationships. So I'm going to look at what these expectations are, because somebody else wrote an article about this. And yeah, it's like single, lonely men. Like, if you're alone, if you don't want to date, great. I think most of us are like, yeah, that's totally fine. Hey, Sabata. So yeah, we're all just kind of here trying to figure out what we're doing here in the world, right? So anyway, that article is kind of insane. That they have to change too much about themselves. Sorry, women, you're probably going to have to teach your man how to be a good boyfriend. This is also from Olivia Petter. They may not have a choice. I don't have it. Yeah, I definitely have a choice. Remember the moment so clearly, it practically burnt into my brain. 7 years ago, I'm having a dinner with a group of friends, and we're all sharing stories about the men we're dating. Don't worry, girls, you just need to train them. I don't want to fucking train men. What the hell? Men don't need to be trained. They need to be desperate, need some direction. This might sound offensive, condescending. It really is. Where's the article on the cut? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Because again, I'm not dating young men, right? I mean, I'm in my middle age and I'm looking for men who are middle age. So I'm looking for men who want to be, partners, or, at the very least, don't want me to do all the fucking work of like planning dates and doing all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I want to hear from men and from women about what they think is the right thing to do. So, yeah. What are we all doing here? So yeah, I'm like, I don't actually need flowers. Oh, Jesus. Don't get me wrong. Oh, this is kind of funny. She's like, don't get me wrong. The men I've been with have taught me plenty of things, like how to spend an entire day surviving without ever really having to lift a finger or having to string someone along for months on ends while secretly sleeping with someone else. And self-sabotage is a skill too. But in all seriousness, beyond a new cool song or a genre cinema, I'm not entirely sure that there has necessarily been any learning that has benefited me in any tangible way. You learn something from every relationship, sure, but not from every partner. Christie's tack for overcoming the social injustice is to marry up in terms of age and finances, but I'm not sure that's the best solution. Firstly, age is no guarantee of emotional or domestic maturity, and neither is wealth. The richest people I know tend to also be the least self-sufficient. That is the fucking truth, at least among the wealthy people I know here in LA, and in Alaska and in Europe. So maybe the best practice to take if you can't beat them, join them approach and choose partners who've already been trained by the women who came before you. Just take a moment to thank them. They worked hard for that. Yeah, isn't that the better luck Chuck kind of fucking thing? So women are increasingly selective because dating, yeah. How do we find men who are emotionally available? And what is it that men want, right? I do want to ask, like I asked this in my post just a few minutes ago. What is it that you think women are asking too much of, right? What is it? I really I want to know. Hey. Okay, Jax, you got to remember to not take my live down. I had someone take my live down in the last one or get it violated. So can you just type in the chat that you are not going to do that, that you're going to abide by TikTok friendly language and that you're older than 21? And then you can totally come up, Jax. I just need you to type in the chat that you agree to this so I know you're paying attention. Because, yeah, I would definitely love to have people come up, but I don't want to get violated. So either emotionally or actually on TikTok. So please, yeah, if you want to come up, just put in the chat that you understand TikTok friendly language and that you understand, you know, what we're supposed to be doing here, or YouTube friendly language as well, because I'm also doing this on YouTube. And then, yeah. And so otherwise I would love to have men and women too talk about what they thought of Olivia Petter's article today in the Independent and any number of the articles that she has. So thanks. I guess you didn't really want to come up, but you don't have to. T, if you do want to come up, if anybody wants to come up, just let me know that you. Yeah, I'm live on both. I'm trying it out. I'm trying to figure out. My camera on TikTok is showing my face here, and it's flipped on here, and I'm trying to figure out how I get it to show me both on the same side, because it looks like although it does kind of look like I'm talking to each other here. So, yep, I'm live on both. So, I'm thinking about trying to figure out how to do a podcast with some of the other women that I've talked to about podcasts, because often everybody's just talking about the podcasts that men do. And so it's like, I want to do like something kind of very organized. So I just thought I would start figuring out what I want to do on TikTok. On YouTube as well. So, hey, Janet. So, yeah. That's what I'm doing. I was trying to figure out, I was like, I really think I have like this board up that says something in the background, and then it totally disappears when I actually go live with guests. Maybe if I don't have guests up, it'll let me do something different. Hey, how are you, Richard? What's going on? Okay. I'm going to do my panel in a different way. Oh, here we go. It's actually popping up this way. Are women the reason men are giving on dating? This was according to Olivia Petter. I got to figure out how to put that up in my TikTok or in my YouTube too. I haven't done that yet. Some kind of music playing in the background. Marie in Long Beach. I thought that was a Wednesday thing. Oh my God, I know. I have to drive to Santa Monica tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it. Although I get to leave, I'm going to be leaving kind of early. So, and then going back on Thursday. It's the plan, at least. So, yeah, does anybody else have anything? So, Richard, do you think women are the reason that men have given up on dating? Monday and Wednesday. Okay. Okay. What does she want? Down at the bottom of action items. You don't have a good sample size. I don't think you need any sample size. I don't think most men have a good sample size. They just like one woman expected them to do something and now they're pissed about it. That's kind of what happened to me. I actually thought I was going to go have drinks with this guy who loves pears as well, and then I don't know, he blocked me. So I was like, okay, I don't know what happened. It doesn't really matter, but I'm like, okay, crazy person. Um, Yeah. But again, I felt like I was doing all like even this other guy too. He's like, well, we could do this. I'm like, okay, I've already told you I'm available Wednesday. My schedule is flexible. When would you like to do it on Wednesday? I am available at 10. I'm available at 4. Like, do you want coffee? Do you want drinks? I already told you. I gave you all the things that I was willing to do. And you're still asking me to pick one. And I picked one, and then you were like, that doesn't work for you. This is how we ended up on Wednesday. So I don't have high hopes for this engagement, but we'll see. Oh, you're not in a position to date this time. Oh no, I hear you. Yeah, it's can be like I don't know if any of us are really in a good position, but yeah, I'm not even. I don't even call it dating. Here's the thing: I don't think you should think of it as dating. I think it is. If well, and again, this is up to you, right? How do you want to meet other people your own age or other like-minded people, and do you want to do stuff with them or go out? Because things can be friends. Like that's a big part of why I'm doing stuff. It's like I really want to make more friends than just than actually date anybody with men. But again, whether it's friendship or whether it's dating, I do not want to be the person who's doing all of the work and all of the emotional labor, and that's upsetting to a lot of men. So I'm like, okay, yeah, it's kind of like so. It's kind of why I hang out with mostly my girlfriends and not with my guy friends. You don't expect me to. We are able to collaborate on that work. So, um, like, theaters or something, like people will call, like I will call and be like, hey, do you want to go to this play? And they'll go, either yes or no. And then they'll call me and be like, I got tickets to this play. Do you want to go? So, um, I moved off of YouTube for a second because I am making tea. So, you're on TikTok, you're seeing but not your on I'm sorry. I have my YouTube up on my. I don't know if you heard any of that, Richard, because I decided to get up and make some tea. So, but yeah, but again, for me, again, it's like it's mostly for friendship. But again, also, I definitely make more female friends than I do male friends because I am not doing the work for all my male friendships anymore. The high road is also closed. So, but yes, but yeah, if you're in a happy place where you are, or still like in a space where you don't want to meet new people, that I also understand as well. So, and then I also get. I know I'm trying to think about all the stuff I want to do for the holidays. I really want to try to do like an ornament exchange. I know that you don't have a tree, so you wouldn't be doing that. Although I am doing an ornament exchange, and Molly Ross Seed was like, "You better fucking invite me to that. I know I don't have a tree, but I totally want to see all the ornaments." So I was like, "Molly, anytime you are welcome to come to my to my ornament exchange." So yeah, I'm trying to think of when a good night would be to do this ornament exchange. Such a weird thing that's happening on the other side. I did not know whose music this is. But yeah, maybe Sunday the 13th. Or no, Sunday the 6th. Oh, yeah. That would be a good date. Oh no. Sunday the 7th. Ornament exchange. Nope. You're not in a position to make friends. Okay, cool. Whatever works for you. So yeah, other people though, if you have are women the reason men are giving up on dating. I was hoping Flyfish would join in. I don't know where he is, but yes. All right. Did I tell you I actually succumbed and got a Costco membership because I was tired of relying on my parents? Because really, I will say, like the Costco in Palm Springs is like so easy to go to, and I didn't want to have to wait for my dad, so I broke down and bought one. And then I brought the fancy one because then it lets me go in really early. So hopefully, I don't totally waste my money there. So I guess if I at least make the 65 back, I don't know. We'll see how much I actually do all that. So, but yes, anyway. So, what are some other things people are planning for the holidays? Are you going to do something with your kids for, I don't know, I know you don't celebrate Christmas, but for Hanukkah or for, I mean, I'm an atheist, we still celebrate Christmas, but um, they're a pretty good company to support. I don't know what that means. They're a pretty good company to support. Mm. Oh, yeah, they're okay. I mean, they're better than most, but they're still. Oh my gosh. I wish they just had, well, the fact that they don't make my favorite dishwashing liquid anymore is like super upsetting to me. Fuckers. I also have to say the oat milk that I bought there that is basically the same oat milk I buy at Erewhon. At least it's in the same kind of carton and everything. It's totally different at Costco than it is. The Erewhon one is way better, I have to say. So I'm kind of bummed about that. My Oatly milk is very different. My Oatly milk. So yeah. Okay. Oh goodness. And they also did not have the truffles that I really, really like either. So I was kind of bummed about that. But I did manage to not go totally crazy and buy a bunch of shit I did not need to buy. So I did feel good about that. But hopefully it'll be fun. Sweet. Fun times. Oh, when I went there that time, I asked somebody and they looked it up for me and they were like, they have discontinued it. So yeah, I was super annoyed by that. But yep. Fun times. Going to see another movie tonight. I'm on a roll. I have 2 movies I'm supposed to see tomorrow. I'm very excited. But you really should go see when it comes out. Um, Rental Family. It really is good. Yeah, no, I'm pretty upset. Mm, Cheese, how are you? What's going on, man? Or woman? I meant that. Yeah, I'm assuming you're a man. But hey, how are you? Cool. Where are you dialing in from today? Pronouns are he, him. Okay, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. I don't always want to assume. I have made that mistake in the past. So thank you. The deep south. Like Alabama, Arkansas, Mississippi. I work can't type fast. That's okay. You don't need to type fast. I get it. I talk fast, so I understand that people can't respond as quickly. Louisiana. Fun. What do you do at work? For work. At work. I mean, technically, I'm supposed to be at work too. So I'm kind of monitoring some stuff while I'm also live. Engineering. Oh, nice. My father was an electrical engineer, basically up until he retired. Like, I don't know, he only retired. He's 84 and he only really retired like a couple of years ago. So I'm electrical too. Oh, nice. Yeah, he is in Alaska, actually, which is where I grew up originally, and still is always trying to connect. Like, not just he is an electrical engineer, but he also is a practical electrician, electrical journeyman, and held an electrical administrator's license that he just didn't renew this year for the first time. He was kind of sad because he just did, yeah, but he's still finding people jobs. There's not, I mean, unfortunately, a lot of the work that you have to do in Alaska, although it pays very well, do you know why? Is it religion? Well, according to the Independent, and I'm glad you asked that, Cheese. According to Equimundo, a US based nonprofit organization working on international research to engage men and boys as allies in gender equality, is that men have simply had enough of us. And 62% of men believe that women have too many expectations of how men should be in relationships. 44% remain resistant to change, agreeing that they would have to change too much about themselves in order to make a serious relationship work long term. And another 41% believed having a relationship was too big of a commitment. Yep. So again, apparently it's we, I'm the problem, it's me. Um, so, and then again, there are a bunch of men suspect something deeper is going on, and that they have stress, they have anxiety. I have thoughts. You could call in. Oh, you're at work. That's right. Sorry. um yeah. um yeah, it's you have thoughts. Well, if you ever do want to do it, you can send me a direct message and I'll follow you back, and then I can invite you up. Again, because it's never just one thing, right? I'm not saying that women are perfect, obviously, because I am certainly not perfect, but again, relationships are a lot of work. And I have met, I mean, including the one I was married to, who I love very much, who did make more money than me, but yes. But is hold on. Oh, all right. Accept. Remember TikTok friendly language. Don't get my live violated. Hello.
I stepped outside the building
Okay.
just for a few seconds. Oh, darn. Did my phone go out? I can't.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, okay. There we go. No. So what's funny is I'm in a new relationship. For TikTok purposes, I'm 52 years old and my pronouns are he, him.
Thank you. Yes.
All right, yeah. So just started. I'll say just started 6 months into a new relationship.
That's substantial. You muted yourself.
Yeah. I was married before that for like 13 years, and I had an 8-year relationship that kind of ended really, really poorly.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry.
it's just funny to me that men are blaming women. I've had to do a lot of work on myself in order to be in a healthy relationship. Uh,
I
I kind of
appreciate
joke
that.
around. Yeah, well, look, I joke with people, and I was like, look, I was born in 1973 as a cis-straight white dude in small town Louisiana. I've had to unlearn a lot. And I look at these things like men are giving up dating and dating women, and I'm like, from an older dude, like I get it, but man, y'all got to do some work on yourselves,
Right? Right.
And that's really my thought.
Oh, I appreciate that. I mean, and again, I'm not here saying that women are somehow perfect or we don't make mistakes or anything, because obviously we're humans and not interchangeable robots. But yeah, but the idea that somehow all of this, right, is women are expecting too much of men, where it's like, what is it? So I've been asking men who, because I do know men who feel this way. It's like, what is it that you think we're expecting too much of? Like commitment, time, like plans. Like the author of this piece, who writes a lot about this kind of stuff, said, like, I had somebody break up with me because I wanted to make reservations, and I asked him what time, and he was like, can we play it by ear? And she's like, not at this restaurant, we have to have a reservation. And then he's like, well, this isn't the right relationship for me. So she's like, okay, then, or we don't go someplace that requires reservations. But if you want to have a drink here, or you want to eat here, and we have to have a reservation. So like, I'm not waiting in line for like 2 hours to eat here. So, yeah.
So interesting. You know, I look at things like the Bechdel test and measure.
Yep.
Measure media. I mean, that is just the lowest bar. The Bechdel test is the lowest bar.
As a filmmaker, I 100% agree with you.
Right. But watch, like, so many movies that I grew up with didn't even pass that bar, and even modern movies don't really pass that bar. And I know I'll be watching something with my girlfriend. I'm like, oh, okay, this passes the Bechdel test.
Yeah.
At the very least, like, I grew up reading The Lord of the Rings, and there are like 2 female characters, and they don't come in contact with each other.
Right. Yeah.
So, those are my thoughts. Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say, there is a documentary that you can stream or watch even like through Canopy if you have access to your library, called Brainwashed. It's by Nina Menkes, and it's really about the concept of the male gaze and how it was, coined by Laura Mulvaney, and how we view pleasure and how women and men view pleasure, and how it's almost always from the male perspective, right? Then from the female perspective. And women do it too, right? As filmmakers. Like a lot of the women, the first woman to ever win an Oscar for directing basically made a movie about men, with men, written by a man, produced by a man, for men, about war. Like that's the male gaze too. It's not just sexual. It's about how do we get in those sort of places. And I say this to people too about the Bechdel test. Like this is how right the low bar is. And Nora, which won Best Picture last year, and whether or not you thought it deserved to win Best Picture or you love the movie, for me, it's about a sex worker, and she's hooking up. She's doing all of this stuff. It's definitely shot from the male gaze, but it technically, and it has a couple of horrifying moments in it that a lot of people I know find hysterical, even though I find those moments horrifying. It passes the Bechdel test because there is a conversation she has with her sister where her sister comes home and asks her, did you get milk? And she said, is there milk in the fridge? And the sister says no. And she says, I guess I fucking didn't get milk then. And that's it. That's the only time 2 women talk to each other, and it's not about a man. In fact, I think it's the only real kind of conversation between women, other than like she brings another stripper to a party and they talk about the guy she's right. That's literally the only thing, but that's enough for it to pass the Bechdel test. So yeah, I'm with you. It is a low ass bar, man.
So. Well, look, I'm gonna hang up.
Sure.
And,
thank you though for jumping in.
Give you a follow, and
great. I'll follow you back.
The app, and learning all about it. So
Oh no!
I love
Yay!
these lives. Yeah.
We're here.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Yes, ma'am. Bye.
Thank you.
How do I hang up?
I'll disconnect you. I'll disconnect you.
Okay,
It's fine.
thank you.
Hey, I'm not inviting people up yet on TikTok or on, YouTube, Richard, because I don't actually know how to do that. Let me see if I can. Hold on. No. Ooh, it lets me add you as a moderator. It does not let me. Yeah, I have to figure that out. This is why I'm figuring out how to. I'm trying to figure out how to use YouTube live as well. Because the other live that I do, I don't do it. Somebody else monitors it. So yeah, no, it is. It's from today's. It's a headline from today's Independent. It's not behind a paywall, but it's like basically the reason men are giving up dating is because of women, and we ask too much. So, yeah. Yeah, it is possible. Although I think it's not possible the way TikTok is. I think we have to agree to go up together, which is what happens when I do it with my friend, and then we do allow voice. I don't know. I'm not in. I'm in the studio. There must be a way. I'll have to ask him. Like I said, all right. Let me look at the pop out dashboard and see what it says. But so yeah, it's good. Yeah, no, and I do. So yeah, midlife Christie is like and again, I do think men, we all need to do work on ourselves. We just don't want to be the only ones to do the work, right? And I know I talk about my sort of friendship breakup this summer, and because I've had a couple, right? I've had recently. It is just like, holy shit. What the fuck? You've no idea what I do for a living. And your first instinct is to defend somebody who insulted me as if like they didn't mean to insult me. Not to be like, I know you had your feelings hurt. I know that, you felt disrespected, but no, to defend him. Fuck you. Like, so yeah. But yeah. So, and also for men too, like, I don't know, people like they only want to hang out with you, even the people who genuinely, I think, do like me as friends. Or one time somebody I did think was interested, but not interested enough to do something that he didn't think was like incredible, right? Because I go to a lot of movies. I'm part of I'm part of the art circle, part of the Independent Spirit Award nominating committee, and I'm part of some other things. So I see a lot of movies, and I'll invite people to movie, and they're great, right? They're free. They come with free parking usually. They often come with a reception or all kinds of other things that are, kind of fantastic. And then they're like, well, and almost inevitably it's by some movie by a woman. No, I don't want to do that. Right. So it's like, oh, for fuck's sake. So yeah, or they don't want to come, I'm like, all right, I kind of always go a little early because I need to sit up close because I will say I have like shitty vision if I don't sit up close. So I want to, yeah. My ex-boyfriend defended, yeah. So it's bizarre, so bizarre. Yeah, I know you sent me this message, but I don't know what it's for, Richard. It's like a screenshot of me. So I stopped defending him. Yeah. Right, exactly. It's so exhausting. Agreed. I don't know why they yeah, that's what it looks like on my side too, for the most part. Although my chat's on the side, it's not below it. I'm assuming you're looking at this on your phone, and I'm looking at it from the studio on my computer, but thanks. Yeah. Mine has the studio stream, so it's got a bunch of different stuff. Victim mentality. Right. Yeah, well, because it's meant, again, you're meant to put a bunch of other stuff up for it. So, but at some point, YouTube is really, he and I have and I don't want anyone I know on TikTok to stray over to my other thing. So that's why I don't promote it on TikTok. That is something I need to keep separate from what I'm doing here. Because we're not using our real names. So, or our last names, I should say. I'm actually using my first name, but so we're doing something very different there. But I do want to do some more stuff over here. So, but yeah, you don't, until you start working with something on a regular level, you don't really know how to do it. So, and he's got somebody on his end who does all the monitoring and does all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Do you want to come up, Midlife Christy? Anyone's welcome to come up if they want. Not any, I shouldn't say that. People are welcome to come up if they do TikTok friendly language and are not minors. I don't even know what that's about. Oh my God. My Bring on the Liberals bot is back again. Hey, hello.
What is TikTok friendly language?
It's like you have to use the word grape. You can't say, you have to use pew pew for like a G, that kind of thing. True. You can't use a slur. I accidentally was so angry. I said something that was like, I used the R word and oh my God, I got a violation for that. And I was like, that's on me. That was my fault. I should have never used that word. I'm a terrible person. But I don't even know why I did. It was so bad, but I'm like,
yeah.
I was also learning French. I was working on my French, and the R word in French means something very different than it does in America. It means what it meant to me, which is like delay. I was using it for an Airbus thing. Airbuses actually say like that as you're as you're descending, it asks you to pull back, and they use that word. So it's like, my brother's like, it's so freaky to be in an Airbus because it says that, and you're like, is it insulting me? What is the plane doing? So, yeah. So, why are Dems blocking the Epstein files release? No, we're not. I don't even know what the fuck that bot is talking about. Like, the F word is fine, but
there's obviously are women. The reason men are giving up on dating. I feel like men are the reason I'm giving up on dating.
It's not me, it's you. The reason men are giving up on dating is women. That's the name of the headline. It's so crazy. Men would rather remain single than have to deal with women's expectations and their desire to change them. Yeah, well, I will say that. Yeah. And she says like dating men.
I wish you would change, but I feel like that's a two-way street. I feel like they want us to change as well. When we are born kind of like this nurturing, and we have periods for flip-flop sakes.
Yeah.
And hemorrhaging for 7 days every month for years and years and years will make you an unpleasant soul. Like, just give a little extra.
Yeah.
It was really weird. My ex-boyfriend was very, he didn't like it when I was weak. Like, he did not like it when I was weak I was grieving, or if I was edgy or irritable, like my mom was going through like open heart surgery, just found out she was like, had congestive heart failure, like all of this stuff is going on. And then me and him are having problems. His youngest kid doesn't like me. His oldest kid is pulling away from me for whatever reason. I don't know what's happening. And I'm like, can I just get a little support? I'm like, even your like sister is like sending me nasty texts. Like, I don't understand.
Right.
I don't understand what's happening. I'm like, I need a little support. I am not doing okay. Can you be supportive? Can we have a talk? And there was always no.
Well, I do believe that's one of those red flags. And if you're in a dating profile or whatever, when men say, I want somebody drama free, I only want drama free, that means I don't want to have to offer you support. I don't want to have to be the person that you count on. I don't want your problems to interfere with my life. People think it means they're meaning something very else, like, oh, I don't want some woman who's, but we're humans and we come with like, what do you consider drama? And when I ask men to defend that or to like, okay, you want a drama-free life, what does that mean? You're never held accountable for your bad behavior, right? You're not going to support me.
You don't want someone to speak up when there's something wrong happening to you or anybody else.
Yeah.
You want someone to be quiet and submissive, and that's just not me. And I've been upfront about that since day one. Like, I met him. He was my son's taekwondo teacher.
Okay.
So I thought he was great because here he is, a single dad, alone, taking care of his children. And he is also, a taekwondo coach.
Right.
Like, what? I mean, and I thought he was attractive. And I was just smitten, right? So I was like, I was in love, like from day one when we started going out, because he was very attentive, especially in the beginning.
Right.
And he was mindful of some of my grief. Like when my dog died, he ran me a bath and got me a flower. But like when my sadness was something other than sadness, we go through these stages of grief. Like, you go through this anger and denial. It's like he just couldn't like let it be that.
Right.
Instead of it being about him or something like that. Like I don't know. He was constantly taking other people's sides. My brother withheld some of my dad's items from me that my dad gave me and said all this crap to my family that was not true. And my boyfriend, he took my boyfriend out shooting. He used the gun that he was supposed to give me.
Don't say that word. Yeah, sorry. That's one of those. Yeah.
The
pew pew.
The pew pew that he was supposed to give me. They went out, did that, and my boyfriend came back and he's like, "Don't worry about it. You don't need it. We're going to move on. We're not going to make any waves. We're not going to make any trouble." And he didn't believe me. So then my brother sent me a text and he's like, "Well, Dad wouldn't have given it to you if he knew you were depressed." And I'm like, depressed because my dad died? What is happening?
Yeah.
And then when my boyfriend saw that, he's like, "Oh, he was lying to me." I'm like,
no shit.
Why would you? What?
Yeah.
My brother that you barely know, this is your first time hanging out with him, and you believed him over me? So that, for me, that's just antiquated thinking.
He's a man. Yeah. Why would he believe a woman? Yeah. I mean, I was widowed 3 years ago. And so I will say to people, it's like, I'm still figuring it out as a widow. Like, I do not think my husband was perfect. He was not perfect. And I'm not trying to compare anyone to him, but I'm still going to talk about him. And I'm still in touch with his family. And we had a life together. We were together a very long time. We were married 18 years together since 1997. So dated 7 years, married 18 years. And it's like a big step up. But like the people when they ask weird questions too, like, how much money did he leave you? None of your fucking business. Like, not enough, but like, enough, but not enough, right? Not enough to retire and grieve, in Tahiti or wherever for the rest of my days. But like, what? Like, that's creepy ass as fuck that you would ask that. Or people will, and I've never gone on more than like 2 dates with somebody because I've just recently started dipping my toes into the dating scene, and men are not okay. Yeah. The idea that it's my fault that you can't have, like, you either talk shit about your ex-wife, which I don't want to hear until I talk to your ex-wife. Like, I haven't heard her side of the story. Yeah. Right.
I had one of those.
And I'm sure, maybe they are. I don't know what happened there. But, and one guy who was my age, who was definitely looking for somebody at least 20 years. I meet a lot of men my age or even a little older who are looking for somebody a lot younger. And it's like, I am the age that I am. So, and I'm not lying about it, which also a lot of them seem to be doing. So, they're always like, I can't change it in my profile. Yeah, you fucking can. Or you put it in fake in the first place. And now it's like, you can text them and be like, I need to change this in my profile because I put my wrong date of birth in. So, men are not okay. But the idea that like, be single women and men, women don't know how to communicate anymore. I mean, that's the kind of crazy thing that I hear, except that I don't expect anyone to intuit anything. I talk about this with one of the issues that I have with Adam is like, I would say directly what it was I needed or wanted, and it would be ignored sometimes. It's like, I could not have been any clearer. I did not expect him to be a mind reader or to just intuit what it was I needed. So I would ask, and then it would just like, you know, he would forget or he would do something else. And he was a pretty great guy, but like, again, not perfect. And a lot of men, you know, fall into that same sort of thing. So
I don't need perfection. Like, I am not perfect. I just want a partner, like someone that gives as much as I give, takes as much as I take. You know, I mean, just an equal partnership. I think that's what all of us are looking for. But I think our ideas of what that means is so different, vastly different.
Sure.
To each other. It's like, it kind of goes back to the...
Men always bring it up about money. They always bring it up about money. It's like, we need to share money equally. Like, I don't want to pay for everything. But the emotional labor, that can be all yours. Usually, at least in my experience, that's what it is.
That's probably true. Is that like I haven't read the Venus and Mars. I think I was supposed to in college.
Do not. That is the most... There is a podcast called If Books Could Kill, and that is one of the books on the list. It is written by a man who is not a therapist. That book, the Love Languages book, all of those are just toxic masculinity bullshit. Don't read it. Yeah. Do not read it.
I heard him speak, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
He's supposed to help?
I mean, men, I guess, but yeah, not women. So, I mean, again, I mean,
think like, what am I doing wrong? I don't know.
Hey. No, I mean, I think like it's kind of like the Love Languages book. Like that was written by a very conservative male pastor to get women to fuck their husbands more, you know? And you see that, oh, my love language is touch and acts of service. Not them giving acts of service, you giving them acts of service. And then, you know, the criticism, yeah, men are, it's just like the fundamental differences in communication styles and emotional needs. It's like that just oversimplifies it. Because really, I think we're more close than we are apart. We just look at things in a very different way. And then he's not a therapist. Like he's not, it doesn't have any scientific evidence. It just has stereotypes where, you know, ignore social factors. And I don't think we need to perpetuate those stereotypes today. And I'm sure I read the book back then, you know. In fact, I might even have it somewhere. And if I find it, I will set it on fire rather than inflict it on. I'll put it in my my chimenea out in this desert. So,
that sounds like a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Anyways, I have to go pick up my son from
school.
But
thanks for joining in. Yeah, I'm sorry about your ex too. He seems like a lot. So.
It was a lot, and he still reaches out to me. I'm like, stop it. I am not your source anymore, dude.
Right. This is some, yeah. Have you been in therapy at least a year? That's what I told the guy that I dated before Adam, who still occasionally calls me. Yeah. I'm like, I told you I'd date you again if you had been in therapy at least a year. But
he keeps wanting me to move to wherever he lives. And I'm like, that's never going to happen. The only way that we will get back together is if you move here.
Right.
To this state to where I live. I'm like, I already went to you and it was a disaster.
Yep.
It was a disaster.
I'm with you. I tell people that all the time too. When people like reach out to me that they live in Reno or Vegas and they're like, oh, but we can visit each other. Absolutely not. We'll not be doing that. Yeah. So you need to live within 5 miles.
House to move in with him and his kids.
Yeah.
Into an apartment.
Yeah, no. And the only way I might think about moving is like, do you have a really nice place in Paris? I might consider that. Yeah. But it better be Paris or like the, you know, southern coast of Italy, off the Tyrrhenian Sea in Italy. Okay. Then I might move into your apartment in Paris.
The only thing good about it is that it was in Atlanta and not the smaller city I used to live in.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I've really never spent any time in Atlanta, but my husband went to college there. So bye. Yeah. Be safe. Be safe. Bye. I'll disconnect you for you. Yay. I know. Hello, guys. So yeah, are women the reason men are giving up on dating, or are we? Yeah. And again, yeah. So don't read Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. If you haven't already, if you have, fucking set it on fire. Like if you still have that stupid book. So, yeah, because it's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Thank you, Richard, though. Hello, welcome, new friends. But yeah, if anybody else would like to chit chat about how fucking crazy dating is, okay, I will. Okay. Oh my God. I swear to God, people are dumb, but I'm gonna make sure that. Oh, fuck. I will do it again. My ex-wife and I read it years ago. Yeah, burn it. Here it is. Okay. Hey, everybody. I threw it in the trash over. Oh, good. Yay. Because, yeah, it's a toxic book. And if you read the Love Languages book, too, like that also is terrible, terrible book. Yeah, it sounds good, but like, again, when men are always like, I say this too. I talk about this because occasionally I'm only on like Facebook dating. I'm not paying for one of those other things. And people will pop into my profiles. And it's like the profile seems really good. And then they got to bring in like touch or massage or something at the end. It's like, come on. Or some really terrible shirtless picture. You're like, oh my God. Ah, goodness. PayPal. So what is other people doing right now? What are other people doing? Yes. So yeah. So I feel like so many of this is, I think I'm going to pop off my YouTube live because I think that is, I don't know if I have the ability to really